Good evening, hello, welcome. As ever, I am Chris, this is Gross Models, and this is an evening with the gang. At the moment, it's an evening with me, there's nobody else here. But somebody might turn up, somebody might not turn up. We'll find something to do to chat. And if it is just me, then it will be a short show. If someone else does come along and join in, it might be a longer show. It's all dependent on you lot in the chat as well as anyone turning up on camera. So, hello and welcome. It's another Thursday, so it's time for this, and that's about it, really. Yeah, there we go. In the chat this evening, we have, of course, Dad is here, being all modish as well. So, if nobody else comes in, he might come and join me. You never know. We have Nat as well. They were chatting for a little while. I was there briefly, but I wasn't there for very long. Eric's around, and Steve comes along as well. Who else have we got? Andy. Then Quano Man is here, saying hi all. Good evening to you. Equal Pete is also here. That Quano Man, Equal Pete, everybody else. Andy, Steve, Andy, Candygram from Mongo, saying, let's see if he gets everybody right. He says Chris, Dad, Nat, Eric, Cynical Steve, Andy, Eric, Quano, Equal Pete. Hope I didn't miss it. Well, that seems to be all the names that I've said up till then. So I think you got everybody there. Well done. That's everybody else. The Raging Modeler is here. Not a new name, but not a new person, if you know what I mean. It is of course Raging Bassist, also known as Adam. Greetings all. Sticking with this for some free pimpage until Paul times me out. I don't think Paul will time me out for being here. It's not. Yeah, he might, but he might not even be here himself. I haven't seen him yet. So, Dad says, "What was that?" I don't know. What was it? What was what? When? Where? What? Andy, Edward's here as well. Evening, everyone. Good evening. Andy, Edward, Dad, Steve, Dad. Another new, no, not new name. New tonight is a Swicking Pig. Welcome. Jamie is also here. Jamie Bone. Hi, Andy and Nat. It says. Raging Modeler telling Nat that he's going to be posting some stuff from Chell in the group soon. She doesn't have Facebook but wants to show her stuff off, and he's encouraging her to show her stuff. It's absolutely fine. Put it in the group as long as she knows you're doing it. She wants you to do it, or she could make another Facebook account that's just a made-up Facebook account or a Facebook page, or however she wants to do it. Not a problem. That says, I'm excited to see both your work, plus we will need more girlies in the group. Absolutely. We're a open opportunities Facebook group. Anybody's welcome, not a problem. Let's have a look. That's that. Dave's here, Dave Barker. I snuck in without Paul spotting me, he says. I don't know, I haven't seen Paul in there, so he might not even be there, so he might not be at Banya yet, so welcome. Give him 5 minutes. It's NHS clapping fireworks time. It is indeed. Yes, I think to start. Well, they picked my starting time for doing their clappy fireworks thing. So yeah. Shane is here. Good evening, everyone. Hope all are well. You too. Nat says you forgot the other mod, Dave. I think that was a threat. Strauss is here saying good day, Chris. At all, he says. Candygram is asking, what's your favourite drink, Swigging Pig? Are we talking, obviously, because of the swigging, or, I don't know. Difficult question, he says. So many to choose from. There are several drinks to choose from, yes. Personally, if you're talking alcoholic drink, then I like a nice brandy. If you're talking normal during the day drink, at the moment, a nice brandy. Anything goes during lockdown. So yeah, I as you are aware from watching my streams, I like a Coke, proper Coca-Cola. But yeah, Chrono Man can put a dress on and act girly. So yep, we knew that already. Swigging Pig seems to remember a photo of you with a very impressive wall of bottles. Swigging Pig. I think it was. I don't know if it was a video. Did he not come in one of the evening with videos and show us a whole bar thing behind him? I think. TK is here. Evening all. Good evening, TK. Welcome. If you not got anything to do, TK, you can come and join in. You've got the link. I'll send it through the groups and stuff. So unless loud babies and stuff, but Nat can believe that far too easily. Yeah, that's quite yeah. Right. So yes, that's up to date with the chat. So anything else to talk about in the chat, or should I just sit here quietly and let you have the chat room, or I did receive a parcel through the post today, which is something I have ordered and was waiting for a few days. I bought that. I bought the Steampunk Music Box, the Submarine. It's another one of these wooden things, which I'm not going to do as a live build. I'm going to record it tomorrow, I think. So it should be up over the weekend. A companion piece to the puzzle box that I did, which the video seems to be quite well received. So hopefully that'll be equally well received. So we'll look for that in a few days. I am joined by Jerry. Maybe. I think it was Jerry had trouble with his internet last time, didn't he? You look a bit pixely. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Don't know if your internet's just like 30 seconds behind the rest of us, or.
Oh. Is it playing up again?
I don't know. No, you're still there, but you just seem to be taking a long time to respond. It might be you. You might be tired, or not awake, or.
No.
We'll see. If it works, he'll come back. If it doesn't, then he doesn't. But he tried. That's the important thing. TK has got this on in the background to keep him company while he airbrushes for a bit. Yay, he's doing some modelling painting stuff. Yay. Nice. Scott's in. So evening, Chris. Good evening, Scott. And everyone else says evening, Scott, as well. TK, what airbrush? What? You don't want to know what model he's painting? You just want to know about the airbrush? Fair enough. I'll leave TK to answer all the questions there. Everyone's saying hello. Oh, Andy said, hey, Jerry. But then he went, so... yes, so as I was saying, I picked this up. It's a submarine that plays music. It's got like a little music box wind-up thing in it. So it's not battery operated. You just wind it up and then it plays. So I thought it'd be a little bit interesting. I've opened the box, and it's got lots of bits in it. It's very strange. You'll have to wait for the full details for the video, but it's. I was expecting just the wooden stuff and a music box, but it's got other things in it as well. So interesting. Web's still screwed. Got an engineer coming out on Saturday, so Jerry may be with us next week. Scott says, poor Chris all by himself. I'm pretty used to it. I obviously, as you've seen, do streams on my own, but that's normally when I've got things to do. So I might switch over and do something, but I might just hang around and chat to you all. As long as there's enough content in the chat to keep me going, then I'll keep going. It's fine. Stricken Pig answers Candygram. Yes, you remember well, he says. Selection of whiskey, bourbon, rum, gin and vodka. But I probably drink beer mostly. Belgian beers are his favourite. There we go. And he says, since I got the gravity brush, I'm hyper curious as to what brushes people use. I shall. I'll get mine out then, shall I? And the airbrush. I use actually the same as I think Fox uses, the TRN1 Neo trigger. It's not got any air in it at the moment, but yeah, trigger brush. Let's say gravity, so messy on the outside but clean on the inside. I used to use my second airbrush was one of them, which is a, don't think it's got a name on it even, an unbranded trigger airbrush, which is fine but wasn't great. It was like a Chinese copy of rubbish things. It was a step up from the one that came with the compressor though, which was just a normal, very cheap rubbish airbrush. But yeah, the Neo is lovely. It works fine, just does its job. And he's asking TK what mod are you working on. But you'd think a mod would go in and help the poor bloke out, Scott says. Dave to Scott, I think. But yeah, no, anyone's welcome to join or not. I'd say I don't pressure anybody to come in. It's not a problem. Andy says, Dave. I don't know why, but yeah. Chronoman says that's the same as mine. Watch out, he's got a shot. A shooter. Oh, right, a shooter. Yeah, I do like the trigger one. I was concerned when I started getting it. I only fairly recently into airbrushing a couple of years ago when I picked it up. Because it makes the whole thing about double action, single action. When you got the button, if you push it down, that makes the paint come out, and pulling it back does the air, or is it the other way around? I can't remember. But it sort of gives you the control over the both, whereas the trigger, you've only got control over the one, although you sort of have control over the both, because the first bit you pull back doesn't make any paint come out, that just releases the air. And then a little bit gets a little bit of paint, and more gets more paint. So you've got control over the paint bit, not the amount of air that comes out, but you don't on the trigger one anyway, because it's just pushing it down makes all the air come out. So it's only one switch to worry about in one direction, but it does everything you need to do. So Andy says, cool, maybe one day I'll attain a Neo, but I'm really happy with my Bart Sharp 130. That sounds like a cool name. I am joined. There is a Paul. He's here, and he's actually here on the camera. He's got some thing to do. It's not, you can't see his paint mat.
Hello, darling.
Hello. It seems like ages since I talked to you over the internet.
Yeah, I know. Almost 24 hours.
Almost a day. Yeah, it's terrible. We've been playing The Forest a little bit together. Not streaming it, just sort of getting together and hanging out in it. And I've done a bit more tonight. Before I came on live, just after me dinner, I've been on playing and building a little cabin in the woods for us to go and live in.
Yeah, he's built. I assume he built us a little double bed and everything. It'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
TK says he may join in a bit. The extractor is on, so noise. Yeah, as long as it doesn't wake the baby up, that's fine.
Yeah.
Nat says, could I try coming on cam, please, Chris, although I'm not modelling? By all means, yes, I shall. Yeah. It's not an evening with everyone, so I've not got everyone coming in.
That's right.
A link for everyone.
You're right.
Sorry?
I'd let her in myself. It's
Oh, I'll let her in. I'm just trying to think of the way to get the link to her.
Just ping it to her. Ping it to her on Messenger.
Yeah, I don't think I've got her on Facebook even yet. So, we'll figure it out. Yes, you're welcome, Nat. Obviously. Let me see if I can send you a message on the Facebook. I need to figure out how to do it though. So, Paul, entertain the audience while I'm sitting here.
Okay. So while Chris is staring very, very confused face at his phone, I shall fill in the blanks. I promise
it's that one.
to minimise monetization damage.
Someone else has come in.
Who is it? Is anyone good?
Stranger danger.
Oh, I see. Who is it? Oh, it's Skipperted.
It is Skipperted.
I've never heard of Skipperted before. This guy.
Good evening, Tedward.
Hello, I thought I'd come and join you for the same.
Absolutely welcome. I think I pressed a button, but then I think I pressed another button and it didn't work. So let me continue to do that.
I'm not sure how can I see the chat. Is there any chat ongoing?
The chat, you can find the chat here if you click through something on the right under chat or something.
Oh, live
It
comment?
is there.
I found it. Yeah. Right, good evening, everybody. Hi, Nat. Hi, Shane. Skullfish, Dad, Andy McLeish. I'm doing your bit now, aren't I? Shane Youngs, Andy McLeish. No.
You're the chat monitor tonight, then, Ted.
Yeah. So just the three of us now?
At the moment, looks like it, yeah.
Oh, well, never know. Yeah.
Right, we have another visitor. We have second time Lucky's come along. It might be Jerry. It might not be. We'll see how his internet works. How's it going, Jerry? Is it working?
Is it working?
Can you hear us?
There's a picture. Is that a robot or an extractor in the background? Oh, it's gone.
Sorry, who, what, where, when?
Jerry appeared and disappeared.
Right.
Nope, Jerry's gone again.
But yeah, bonus points to anyone in the chat who can guess what I'm working on.
Fox is in
you know
chat.
the answer.
He says, "Evening, all. My broadband's being a spoon." How can he tell? So we'll be in and out of chat only tonight. So he's not going to join camera, but he's here in spirit. That's the
He's
important thing.
just making excuses.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll make up for it then.
Right. I
think
think I've sent you a link, Nat. I found you on Facebook, but whether it's the right account or anything, but if it's the wrong account, if you can find the message, then by all means follow it,
somebody totally
follow it
random.
along and join us. But if not, let me know and I'll see if I can figure out what went wrong.
And Dave Barker answered, but from the wrong account, so I can't accept that answer. Bye, Dave.
Oh, what have you do? Dad sent Nat the link. Oh, thank you, Dad. The person that I sent it to on Facebook is friends with you and Dave on Facebook, so I'm assuming it's the correct Nat. We
I
shall
think
see.
he's the only one in the boom hut. But yes, although Dave can't now take the credit, he was entirely correct.
With that answer there.
Yes.
Yeah, I can still see it.
I am building the flying tank itself.
We have a joining person. I shall click the button and we'll go to 4 people's screen. Are you ready?
Yeah, go on.
Hello, Nat.
Hello.
Woohoo!
It's working. Yes.
Yes, thank you, Mike. I got the link.
I assume Lewis isn't around.
Oh God, am I buffering?
I don't know if I'm looking. Hang on, let me flick back to that one.
No,
you
it all looks
right
fine.
to-
Oh God. Oh, hang on. Let me take that off. Is that better?
That's right, yeah. Well, yeah. Welcome to the eternal joys of technology. Of going, is this working?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Oh, look, someone else has joined the chat and said, "Ooh,
Hi,
you know what that is?
Skullfish.
That's
Add some
It is.
glamour and some charm to the evening, and we'll have to behave ourselves.
Yeah.
I won't go that far, Ted.
Andy's getting as evil as Paul, even though he can't kick him. I don't know what happened there, but
Was Dave back again?
Well, what I'm going to attempt to do tonight while we're on chatting, I'm going to try and do some wood. I'm going to try and paint this rifle
Ooh, nice.
oh,
so we can see it as it happens and before it goes into the Dettol bath.
absolutely. You can watch it live the first time out, unless if you do it there, we can't see it. If you have to do it a bit further back.
Yeah, I just realised.
Yeah, on the upside, yeah, we might get the first ever live Thursday night Dettol link.
Mm. You never know. He might swear as well.
Yeah. I've had lots of letters of complaint, and I've had a letter from the Prime Minister to discuss my language last Monday night. So.
If you would
Fox
be
is saying that you've got
gentle,
wood
Ted.
on the telly again.
I'll probably have to go back, as we said last Monday. I'll have to go back to my previous episodes and find out how I did this because I can't remember.
Absolutely, as everybody should. Go back and watch Ted's old videos because it gets him some extra views.
But like and subscribe. Yeah, follow this.
Stealing my line.
It does, yeah. Like and subscribe to all of these channels. So like and subscribe to Gross Models, Team Annette, Skipper Ted, and Nat Williamson. And she'll make some videos.
Well, I don't know. I'm in two minds. It's like I'm wondering, do I take the plunge like Lewis has to do a new page for like my stuff? But I don't know yet.
No, do it. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, I mean, my advice isn't exactly great given the amount of updates I
Yeah,
provide
let's
on
not
my own
fall.
pages.
Jerry says he's not trying for a third time, so it'll be next week before it can get back on. Back to Electronic Part Organisation while I watch. So, yes, sorry you couldn't join in, but it's not my fault. Oh, look, someone's in that you can't ban. Dave's here at Butcher That Model.
Oh, good. Hello, Dave. Nice to see you.
I can still ban him, but you know.
I think you should.
Fox says to Nat, the answer is yes. Yes. The answer is always yes. Do it and try it, and if you don't like it, don't do it anymore. But if you don't try it, you won't know.
I'll find some stuff to put on.
Yeah, I try to say that to all women, but you know.
Andy says Dave's in with the right account.
Yeah.
And just do it, Nat. Just slap Lewis. Yeah, you could have a whole YouTube channel of you just slapping Lewis.
Yeah.
People will subscribe to that.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a market for that. Yeah.
We'd also
See, everyone's excited that you're here, Nat. That's right. That's what it's all about.
Because it feels very weird being on actually this side and not actually on just on the type side. It's very, very weird and surreal.
Yeah, I must say that's a very nice picture of the Titanic. Or is it the QE2?
Oh no, that's Lewis's Titanic versus Pride and Joy.
It's not as big as Ted's.
Fox has
one's
got a
gone
good
over.
question. Fox asks,
Ooh.
what would Paul do if Dave joined the actual Hangout as the wrong account? Well,
I don't know.
Paul can't do anything about that. I don't think Paul's got any controls over the stream or the Hangout. They're from my buttons. So, don't know. Removing him from the chat wouldn't remove him from the video. So, I don't think he'd do anything.
That goes there.
There you go. Raging
Quite
Modeler
fair.
says he'd sub to that.
I'd like to. If I get a band base
Shane
from
says
every-
clearly to watch. She does cross stitch, etc.
Oh, you'll have to speak to my wife then. She does lots of cross stitching and things like that. So,
we can get Mrs. Ted on next week then, can't we?
yeah, cross stitching with Mrs. Ted.
Oh, why not? I might learn a thing or two.
Candy Graham says
She's
Ted's
learning a lot
rifle
more.
looks like an Enfield. I have a real Enfield that is quite old and quite weathered, but probably not that small.
Yeah. There were a number of Enfield rifles. I'm thinking this is probably a Mark IV. I could be wrong, and I'm no doubt I will be rightly corrected shortly. It's from 1942. But I'm not that much of a geek to know this sort of information.
Well, Jamie says it's a Lee Enfield number 4 Mark 1.
Hmm.
I don't know what any of that
So you
means.
can
It's,
You can ask Dad. He probably designed them.
I know that when I was in the cadets, all them many years ago, these were still being used, and we had them as drill rifles in the cadets. And they were bloody heavy.
Yeah, but wouldn't you have been a very young man in cadets, Dad?
Yeah, we were still using cutlasses and things like that as well. So.
Yeah.
Have you set up a ban mode for
Did have
Dave?
his own arrows when he joined.
And joining us this evening,
Speaking of a devil,
it's the little fella.
Hey,
Oh, and his camera's frozen at an inopportune moment. I thought you were doing your hair blue, not green. What?
It was blue. It's sort of greenish.
yeah, mine's gone like that now. It's more of a blue rinse than blue.
Hello, Dave.
Hello.
How are you, darling?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. Ah, been a busy boy.
Yeah.
I've not decided I hate photo etch.
Yeah, I definitely do as well. Amazingly, this kit hasn't got any.
Oh, I think some there. I had a bit of a bonus I didn't want today as well. My birthday present turned up from Pip. So she bought me the King George V I wanted, the bigger one. But I wanted a wet pallet. So she ordered the small one. And they sent the great big one. Oh,
But
Oh, that's good.
what? How big's the big one then? If that's a small one.
no, that's the big one.
Oh, right. I thought that might be the small one, and the big one's like the size of a house.
Probably, yeah. No, we ordered the
What,
big
a
one.
hefty pallet.
We didn't have the small ones in stock, so they sent us the big one.
Fair enough.
Yeah. fair enough.
right,
Nice,
give me 2
okay.
seconds, guys. I'm just going to go get a jumper because I'm freezing.
Colin's in the house. Vesta 67's workshop. Hi, folks. Good evening, Colin.
Hello, Paul.
Raging Modeler says, using leftover parts from my tower scenery, I'm constructing a small die for my Reaper Bones Paladin and Christmas Beholder. I'm going to make it festive. Cool. I know you like doing your die, people, so yeah, that'd be interesting.
I don't know. I was going to do a Christmas Beholder.
He's done a Christmas Beholder. Did you not? It was a Beholder with a Christmas hat on.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure he did it a while back, yeah.
Probably at Christmas.
It might have been before Christmas, yeah.
See, Christmas.
I painted with Dungeon Master. He's so cool. He's tiny, but
Hang about, I'll put you on the big screen.
Oh yeah, it's like. Oh no, sorry, I thought that was the Dungeon Master. It's you, Dave.
no, the Dungeon Master's a slightly smaller fella. That is so cool.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
Yeah.
Making me. Yeah, that's one more thing making me want to watch the cartoon again.
Yeah.
Why are you wearing a Christmas jumper?
It's not. It's a pajama. It's a pajama thing. It's the first thing I grabbed out of the pajama top drawer.
I'm glad you grabbed something. That's better. It would have been much worse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that means he was naked on his normal hangout.
Nice image, Paul. Thank you.
I put pants on. What more do you want?
We don't need to show you that. It's fine. Colin's asking why's Dave got my missing bit of hair. So joined up together, you make one whole person.
Yeah, my missing bit of hair is bigger than the bit Dave's got, sadly.
It's bigger than Dave.
Yeah, true.
Most things are bigger than me.
But yeah,
Jamie's saying you look like Beaker.
Well, Reese. That's a bit hard.
Yeah, it looks a bit like Reese. Got the hair in the right place. Yeah. Scott's asking if it's Dave's cunning plan to stop Paul banning him. Because it doesn't really matter if Paul bans you now because you're using your face words. So
Yeah, I can't.
you don't have to be in chat. Raging Modeler is asking, where did you get that Dungeon Master, Dave?
I had it 3D printed off a friend on here.
So it's a 3D print. It's not an actual commercially available.
Yeah. No, you can't buy them. It's a 3D print.
There we go.
And the same with the banana people.
Andy says to Colin, "Hello, Colin, me old duster." Not sure why.
He's not a duster. I mean, his head's been polished, but it's...
I shall get rid of this icon above my head here for covering over my nose because there's so many of us in. I'm sure you remember where we are.
Yeah, I know where I am.
Raging Model says that there's a new Dice Man tonight. What? Hey, where? What?
Matt, can you tilt your head back a little bit? No, the other way.
No, you are not looking at my nostril.
Is there any way you can put Dave at the bottom of the list?
Yeah, I can't shift them around. I'd have to knock people out and bring them back in and put them in different places to actually hang about.
Thing is,
There we go. Does that make you feel better? That's more normal.
It's the normal format now. Oh dear.
Fox isn't sure if Dave's in toothbrush or bog brush mode. It could be either, really, isn't it?
As long as it's not both.
As long as you know which one you're using.
Yeah.
We got one of them for Christmas, you know. One of them toilet sets with a bog brush and all that. I've gone back to paper, but persevering with it.
Andrew's saying all we need is Ted here. Did you not notice? Look, right next to me there. Look.
Not
between us that way.
Not recognise the hands.
Oh dear. And Fox even says, Ted's there.
I know what'll remind everybody. Honey bottle smoke, honey bottle smoke, honey bottle smoke, honey bottle smoke.
That'll help. I've got it ready and set to go. If we ever have to give a mug away, I've got it at the button.
Honey bottle smoke, honey bottle smoke, honey bottle smoke, honey bottle smoke.
Video tonight, aren't there?
Actually, Ted, I'm glad you're here because there has been a few comments made quietly, you know, about the lack of content from from Professor Skipper Ted McTennyson?
I have actually got a educational video prepared, but I just can't think of how to get Professor Skipperton to present it. I might have to redo the whole thing, so I will endeavour to bring something back. I was looking at some the other night actually, so it's give me a bit of a spurt on. I do need to up my content. It's just I've not been in the right sort of frame of mind to do it lately, but we'll get there.
Well, you could always just do it normally as yourself, and then have Professor Ted McSkipperton introduce the video.
Well, that's what he normally does. You see, he normally introduces sort of the content prior to the tutorial, such as applied nuclear physics and things like that. He does that sort of bit. We'll stay tuned. You never know what might happen.
Yeah. Don't watch here, because it won't be here. It'll be there.
Yeah.
On Ted's channel.
No pressure, Ted.
No. Yeah. The point. Yeah. Good point.
There are some
Oh,
deeply disappointing scene gaps on this kit.
What's that, Paul?
What's what? This?
What you doing?
Sprue good.
Okay, I didn't recognise it without the brush.
No, I used.
What happened to the brush in the lid? And why is it red?
Well, it's red because I deliberately only used red sprues.
Okay.
Because then when it's on the thing, you can see where you've sanded.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I have more
Genius,
than them.
genius.
If you use sprues that are brightly coloured, you get brightly coloured sprue goo.
I'd patent that before anybody else pinches it and claims it their own, and then starts selling it in bottles.
That is a genius idea, Paul. I bet your wife came up with that idea, didn't she?
Fox says Ted's been busy working on many instructional videos, how to apply trousers, gin for beginners, and a gentleman's guide to bear racing.
How's he
I don't know about gin for beginners. I'm pretty sure he's doing gin for experts.
Well, he's got to get all the newbies in, hasn't he?
Spid's around. He's on a phone call currently, but I hope everyone is well and behaving, as can be expected. Yeah.
Dave's in chat, so yeah, we're trying.
I'm behaving. I'm just not saying. I'm not saying how I'm behaving.
True. Yes.
Yeah. I've just had an idea spring into my head for Professor McSkipperton. So yeah.
Is it to do with red sprue glue?
No, it's to do with gin.
Right. Okay. Ray's around. Ray from Malta. Hello, my friends. Good evening to all. Good evening, Ray.
Right.
Fox says he's got an important update for Dad. He says the Morrison's barbecue box has flapjacks and chocolate brownies.
Neither of which is very
You
good.
can't barbecue them. That wouldn't work properly at all. Don't try and barbecue them.
I mean, no, actually, Fox, please try and barbecue them. Film it.
Yeah. Cynical Steve says that's a surprisingly good idea for someone with inept in their name. So yeah, inept by name and inept by no.
Now you see, this was a fantastic idea from Glued to the Sprue, not by Team Up. He's a genius.
It was by your wife. Don't give us that.
It wasn't. She doesn't give a shit.
Candygram is looking forward to future video wisdom from Professor McSkipperton.
Yeah, I might have some ideas now. Yeah. Advanced distilling by Professor McSkipperton.
I bet you wouldn't be able to say that after the gin. And he says, Ted said, Gincident alert.
I can't believe
We're
how
having
many
a gincident.
It makes me feel like going all the way downstairs now to get some gin, but it's just too far to travel now.
All the way downstairs.
Well,
Well,
he
you
is
always
up
shout
in-
for
he is-
one of your
he is
minions
up
to
on the
bring
road.
it to you. You could announce that you're having a gin emergency and they have to bring it to you.
Going off and everything, yeah.
That's the thing, Ted. People don't realise our pain when you're on the 3rd floor. How much of a struggle it is to go and get something from downstairs.
Yeah,
if you will live in these majestic high-rise country houses, Dave.
Shh, don't tell anybody.
Fox says Ted liked being a copper, but his favourite job was International Ginger Inspector.
Ooh.
As
Yeah, I
we all know, Dave.
Yeah, obviously, as you know, I can't tell you all the jobs that I had, but
Well, you can, but then
Then you'd have to kill us all.
yeah, yeah, I'd have to wipe this tape from the YouTube vaults.
Given that I'm on it, that's probably not a bad idea.
It'd make an interesting life story read, though, wouldn't it? You know, from male stripper to police officer.
All in the
And,
space
and
of a week.
the intermediate steps therein, yes.
Yeah.
Andy says he knows why you've got trouble having to go all the way downstairs to get stuff. It's because you've got little legs.
It is true.
I don't know. Are your legs normal length, or is it just the rest of your body short? Or
No,
are you the
actually
same
got
size as
legs.
everyone else when you're sitting down?
Yeah, I've got a 28-inch inside leg. I've got little legs. I am rather tall for a hobbit. But
Yeah. Fox is complaining about my pronunciation of his suggestions for the job, because I said International Ginger Inspector, and he said I should leave more of a space between Gin and Gin Spectre.
Yeah, I did notice it was basically someone who inspects the gingers.
Ian Thompson's here. Hi all. How are you all doing? I'm doing lovely, thank you. How about everybody else?
Right, those bits are done.
Have you finished it yet, Paul? Finish it.
Yeah,
Have you
all
done? Have you done? Have you done?
I've got to wait for copious amounts of sprue goo to drop.
What noise is it going to make when your gun goes off? No, I don't think it
Yeah,
does.
that one.
No.
His dad just appeared.
Oh dear. Right.
Yeah, I do love in the I know it's there category, all of that detail for the entire GAU8 gun, and you basically see that.
Really?
Yeah, you see the tip of the muzzle and absolutely bugger all else.
Lovely. So you're going to paint it all, obviously.
no, it was going to proper heat staining on it.
I'm hoping to, yeah. I'm aiming to do heat staining on it. Whether it looks any good is an entirely different matter.
Strauss says that he's smaller than the hobbits Frodo and Sam that he's had photos taken with. So, yeah, there's hope for Dave yet, I think.
Right, cool.
So then that goes.
Fox is suggesting that you make a cutaway model, Paul.
I would, but I'm not gonna. So I find these planes don't fly very well if they've been cut apart.
He's got another suggestion. He says you can have the gun on a scratch-built trailer next to the plane, like they're just sort of maintaining it or installing it, or
Yeah, I've seen photos of that on display. The gun next to the next to the aircraft.
Yeah.
Did you one like that with the plane and the gun out the map and off it, and a Volkswagen Beetle part next to it, and the gun's as big as the Beetle?
Yeah, it is genuinely huge.
Yeah.
They're two different scales. Given that is a 148, am I lined up right? Yeah, that's a 148 gun, and that's a 135th bloke. So even
I'm pretty
next
sure
to
they don't ride them
135th
like
guy,
that.
It's huge.
And I think now the name of that film where the bloke rolled the nuclear missile, the bomb down.
Dr. Strangelove.
Or How I Fell in Love with the Bomb or something, isn't it? The subtitle. How I Learned to Love the Bomb, or
Yeah, I can't remember.
something like that as a
Rather
subtitle.
annoying,
Can't remember it. Or Fox says you got to get a VW Beetle in the same scale.
Well, if I can find one. Nah. I know there's
Fox is asking Nat, what are you working on?
Hedgehog there.
Ooh,
Well, my wife has a thing for doing.
that's Dave's hair before he dyed it, isn't it?
I was thinking it's more like Paul's beard's going to end up looking like before the lockdown finishes.
No, my beard's greyer than that.
It might be.
That might be it. She's knitting a new beard for Lewis.
God no.
Yeah, keep him warm on those long nights when
Those long nights in the truck. Colin says, I'm not saying Dave's small, but when he turned up at my place and tried my hat on, he took 3 steps before the hat moved.
It's true. It's true. I look like Freddie Davis. It was down past my ears and everything. It was.
The Raging Modeler comes to our rescue, says, or how I learned to stop worrying and love the bomb.
That's the one.
That was the one, yes. And Fox is excited because he saw the hedgehog podge.
He's easily pleased, isn't he? It's quite small.
He is quite easily amused, yeah. Have you finished yet, Ted? Has he gone away?
No, not yet. I'm just deciding which colour I'm going to do it, because these guns obviously came in various shades, and I think a dark brown might be more appropriate, because then it won't clash. Then it'll sort of contrast with his uniform. So I don't want to make the gun a light coloured wood, so I'll make it a dark brown.
Or in digital camera.
Ted,
Sorry, what?
Dad's all reminiscing now about the days when he was in with the old 303, the old Lee Enfield.
Yeah. I know they were sort of all dark woods, so I don't want to. I've got it that sort of colour. I'm not happy with it, so I'm just rubbing things down and trying again.
Oh.
Yeah, wood is one of those things that I find a bit of a pig to paint when it's actual wood.
Not sure why Dad's getting upset.
You'll tell me off later.
I missed it. Ian came in late and asked, "That is that Titanic on your wall?"
It is, yes, Ian. I was trying to find a way to type it to you, but I'm still learning all this.
And also mouth words.
Yeah,
But yes, it is. It's Titanic. Lewis's favourite Titanic picture.
Okay.
At least it's before it sank.
Yeah, obviously before, yes, because the one after is much the same picture but without a boat in it.
Yep.
It's just one lifeboat. Kate Winslet's in there.
Fox says it's only correct that Ted's painting a bloke in right proper Eric Morecambe shorts.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Yeah, his head's only temporarily fixed for the moment, so if it falls off during the evening, don't worry.
We won't mention it at all, hardly.
But that's all right. If his head falls off, because Nat's sitting there knitting like the women used to do at the guillotines. So it's fine.
Candygram tells Ted that his Enfield's wooden parts are very dark brown, but the one he has was made in 1919.
Yeah, they would be. Yeah, they're quite a dark mahogany type. So what I'm trying to do is just build up the shading on it and start off light and then darken it down.
Yeah, we're all sitting watching you now.
Did Nat type in chat or something then? I missed it. I didn't see it. What?
No, because I saw Ian ask about Lewis's picture,
Yeah.
but you was all chatting, so
All right.
I didn't know if there was a way. I know you say mouth word, but I was trying to find a way to type it so that I could answer him and not
Okay.
come
I'm going to
across
say
really-
everyone's shouting at you to use your mouth words. Dad and Fox are both telling you to use your mouth words.
Yeah, you just put in that. That's what you do. You just put in.
I'll try not to do a fester.
We'll just talk over each other. It's fine.
Now, Dad's shouting at Scott. I'm not sure. Oh, because he said Dad misses his trusty brown Bess. Fox is asking Ted, "Are you doing glazes?"
Yeah, I'm trying to, but I think the nature of the colour of the gun being so dark, I'm just gonna waste my time on it. But I want to do it nice and thin because I'm brush painting, so I don't want to lose the detail on it. So I'm just building up gradually.
Thin coats.
2 thin coats.
Right, I'm going to find the pictures in the gross group that we didn't show last week, if I can remember what we got to and what we saw. Oh, I remember seeing that.
Well, I'm gonna
Did I
scoot
do
off
that?
about that.
That was that. That was then. Was that this week? What's the date?
14th today.
So anything from the 7th would have been last Thursday, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I shall.
I'll see you all later anyway.
I'm pretty sure we did that, and I must have done that, and I'm sure we did that as well. So there we go. Right, I have some pictures from the gross group to show, as ever. I shall share my screen. Sprueglue's here saying spam. No finger words allowed, says Fox. And he's loving that Ted's using a wet palette. Oh.
Sorry, that's my compressor just kicked in. I'll turn it off a bit.
Right. I see Dave disappeared, but I'm sure he's around. Did he say he was going? I was distracted.
Didn't hear him.
Oh well. Right, let me share my screen and we can see what goes on with the things. The gross group is what I'm sharing, and there it is. This is Dan Heap, the Quano Man himself, with his upgrades for the Falcon Continue, with a 3.7 volt lithium rechargeable battery set up to run through a micro USB lithium battery power charging module. I'm sure Fox knows all these words. It says it currently only powering a simple LED to confirm functionality. The next stage will be to replace the LED with a 12 volt DC power cable jack adapter so I can hook it up to the Falcon's Arduino. So yes, Fox will tell us all about that next time we see Fox. He'll be telling us all about how much he enjoyed watching the electricity happening. Right, so continuing on, my livestream build from last Friday was the Lego Mandalorian kit, which has got 4 Mandalorians, one of them on a speeder, and one of them hiding behind some rocks. So, there we go. Candygram says he loves the electronics projects, and Fox, as ever on the ball, says, wait, what? Hey, what? So, yes, that was that. Let me find my window again, because I had to move it because I was doing the other things. There we go. I can see it, enough of it to be able to click buttons. There we go. This is Steve Mundy. Did some more Lego. It turns into a Lego group. It's great. He said he thinks it was Fox that was picking up the bins, and I complained because he had a banana, not a carrot. So he then posted another picture of him holding a carrot. So everything's okay. Yeah, he said that was Fox. It has got certain... Yeah, I can see why he thought it was. It's all Greek to me, says Fox. Sprueglue says, good evening, everybody. Spid's a little bit panicked. He said, brief panic. I thought Paul had a clean bench, but then he realised it was an instruction sheet. So, yeah, understandably. Philip Prime's here, saying, evening all. Good evening, Philip.
Hi, Philip.
Right, there we go. That's a beholder. It's not a Christmas one. But very nicely done. Yeah, definitely scary. I wouldn't want to meet one of them anywhere, let alone a dark alleyway. But yeah, I like the reflections in the eyes as well. They really bring it home. Philip Rhymes says, evening Chris, and Nat on the telly. Ricardo, and a tank. I don't know any more than that. It's definitely a tank, but I couldn't tell you what flavour of tank it is. No idea. Ted probably knows, but he's not paying attention.
No, it looks Russian, but I don't know what sort of tank it is either.
Okay. What
So,
about now?
Yeah,
I'll give you the Russian bit.
It'll be a T something number.
Is that T for tank?
Tank, and then they usually identified them by the year they were built, so T42 or something.
Oh, there's lots of them.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
There's a green one, and
Yeah.
a yellowy one, and a red and yellowy one.
I could see a Sherman, a Panther, a Tiger, and then a French. No, that looks like a Panzer
Osric says it's a T-34.
T-34. There we go.
There's nothing in orange digital camera though, Chris.
I had no idea. Paul Tomaso's got a new kit, the VF-1S Valkyrie Super Fighter. Special coating version. I don't know why it's special coating. No idea about that at all. This is my new build for tomorrow. Dad very kindly sent me some Kobe building block Lego type thing. So it's effectively Lego, but without Lego branding, from the Smithsonian by the looks of it.
That means that the bricks won't hold together then.
They might. It might be all right. We'll find out tomorrow.
A lot of the knockoff stuff is actually reasonably good now.
Yeah, so it's not even. It's not. I wouldn't class this one as being a knockoff, because it's not like the, what is it, Lepin or whatever, that tries to be like and makes the boxes exactly the same as, and just changes the name a little bit to, you know. But
yeah,
this is, it just is what it is.
Yeah, it still looks good. Yeah, well done, Dad, for sending it on. So yeah.
Dave says, Tommy says hello, and then Andy shouts at Dave for being in chat, but he's allowed in chat because he's not in the screen anymore. He sort of dropped out.
He has, but he's also got the wrong account.
Oh, that might be why. Yeah. Dave said he was going. I was
Hello, Tommy.
in other things. This is what I did on Tuesday. The next stage of the Lego or Nano London Skyline. It's now got like 4 or 5 layers to it, so I think there's another couple of weeks of that to happen.
It's quite an expensive kit, that all in all.
It's lovely. I like the trees. Like, it tells you to put a bit on in a different direction. But yeah, it's lovely. Oh, thank you very much, Adam, Raging Bassist. Just joined my patron ever-growing family. Much appreciated. Thank you very much.
Then that.
Oh, look, I haven't pushed that one down properly. There's one there that's not. It needs pushed down. I'll think about it. There it is.
You're going off to fix it.
It's alright, fixed it. Right, then there's my Wednesday build. This was yesterday, in fact. It's getting quite big, this. It's my wooden model aviator thing.
Were you expecting it to be quite so massive?
No, I thought it was going to be fairly big, but it's, yeah. Well, that's pretty much the full size of it. There's a bit more the control yoke thing to go on here. And then there's the stuff to go on the end of the spinny around bit. But it works. I tried it. It works. It goes around a little bit when you wind it up a little bit. I don't want to wind it up a lot, so.
What does it do? What does it do?
What's what? Sorry?
What does that do? Sorry, Chris.
What does it do?
Yeah.
That bit spins round. You wind it up, and then it spins round, and you can fly it and make it go up and down and bank and turn and things.
Ah, right.
So you have to watch on a Wednesday lunchtime and find out.
Did that snappage repair work, Chris?
Sorry?
Did that snappage repair work? You got
repair work.
The bit that you snapped and you had to stick
Oh yeah,
it.
yes. It seems to. It's inside one of the gear bits, and it seems to be working.
It has
So
held.
I'm happy enough with it. Yeah. That's probably almost the last one. Oh,
Excuse me.
Peter put these up. I think he said he found it. It's one he built years ago and just found it or something. So he put pictures up. But depending on how you post into the group, if you just post pictures, they come up fine. If you post it as a folder or a group, then they don't come up as well. It doesn't give me the information about it, so I can't really say much about it. But always built the ISS as well. Look, there you go. XO1. There's a DeLorean in there as well. Nice. Steve had fun building. I think he said he was building the Falcon, and his nippers broke a little bit. So yeah, we all offer our condolences for that. And he's got his new man cave up in the loft like Ted, he says.
Oh, brilliant! Yes,
That's quite a big plane he's got up there as well, isn't it?
He's got a few though. Yeah.
He's got his E-model sticker like that. You know, and he's got gross models on his laptop, as it should be. And Phil's building Serenity, another one of these little wooden things. It's looking good. Once the armor panels go on there, that'll be lovely. And that's what it looks like before he starts building it.
Yeah, lovely looking ship, that. It's all Serenity.
Yeah, it is lovely. I've got the theme tune running in my head now, which is fine. It's the right place for it to be. He's put some custom decals along with a few Greaves from a Tamiya 135th weapon set onto. It's not Serenity. It's something else. I don't know what though.
Oh, it was the Nautilus or something. I can't remember now.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a real thing or a sci-fi, film thing. I don't know.
I remember reading the post, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it was.
Phil's got some solar panels left over from an old Jedi Starfighter kit.
Oh.
Main hull and engine. Edwards, going through some old photos, found some of his helicopters. A TSK MyStar 30 and a Thunder Tiger Raptor 30.
Thunder Tiger Raptor?
I don't know, it sounds scary, but they look excellent.
Yeah.
I'd have loved the radio-controlled helicopter, but I'm sure I would have crashed it very quickly.
Well, I'll have a word with your mum and see what we can do for your birthday.
All right, no, this is Steve. Steve found his Lego Harley. He did back in January, about 8 years ago. He said,
"Yeah,
January this year was about 8 years ago, which sounds about right." And it was watching me while I was building it, which is always pleasant. And Edward's been doing wood kits as well. What have I started? The XO1, that's cool. I like that. There's enough detail in to make them look right, but not real. And 19 minutes ago, Dad posted up. Have you finished? Have you finished it, Mike? Is it done? I can't. It's always difficult to tell with Orc stuff if you've finished it or not. There might be an arm missing or something, or there might not be. I can't tell. He's got E-models, Mike.
He's got a what?
No, he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. He's not paying attention. He's not.
He's too busy painting his wood.
Hang about. I'll make him do it. It's fine. I'll do it.
E-model smoke, E-model smoke, E-model smoke, E-model smoke.
Even though you've got the live performer here,
the real thing, yeah.
he's not doing it. Eric, bottom of a car. That's as much as I can tell you about that.
Yep.
Top bit of a car. And that's it for this week.
Oh, shame.
Shame. But it's got to come to an end at some point, because then it starts again next week. We can do some more.
Yay!
Right, let's have a look, see what I've missed. Snippets, much sadness, as to Ian. Yeah, they were not good seeing them break. Gin made from bears, that's cruel. I think I've missed an entire conversation there. Fox says, no, you spoon. That's bear gin. This is gin bear. What? I don't know. I don't think I want to see Ted's bear gin. Dad says, he's not finished yet. Loads of bits on bench yet. Good, okay. Festa says, hi Ray, and anyone else I've missed. Funny looking Gundam, says Quanoman.
That's a Transformer.
Dave says, it's one of Ted's amendments that he has the right to bear gin. Yeah.
It's the second of Ted's amendments. Oh, Dave's back.
Fox once had a T-shirt that said, "I support the right to arm bears." And Steve's got two pairs of colours from work today. It's all good. Indeed, that's what work's for. If you can't steal stuff from work, then where can you?
Well, it's not stealing if you do it, is it, Chris? Technically.
Right. That's all the chat up to date. Right. So, how you doing? Have you finished yet, Paul?
Yeah. No, I haven't. I am currently fighting the back of the seats.
And I've just realised my microphone has been turned off. So all the comments that I made while you were showing those, you never heard it.
But I would sure they're all just very funny and perfectly timed. And
Oh yeah.
I thought they just jokes.
Paul, is that the box your Warthog came in? Because it's very small.
Yes. No, it's the box for basically for the cockpits and the wheels and the
Oh, right,
fiddly
okay.
bits. The box it came in is a little bit bigger.
Fox has been catching up on Colin's Death Race car. It's coming along right nice, he says. Right nice.
I must admit, I've been watching it, and it's so impressive watching it. Like, wow, it's looking really, really good, Colin.
It's quite scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Colin or the...
Yes.
Yeah.
Steve says he can't bear gin as he's allergic.
Oh, I didn't know you were an allergic.
Is that allergic to bears? Or what?
Bears or the gin. You just need to drink more gin. It's like sort of getting a resistance to it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a vaccine.
Yeah.
I've put Ted on full screen because Fox likes watching Ted paint because he's left-handed, and it confuses him.
No. I think the colour's all wrong in my camera. Let me reset the camera.
I think it might be a bit off, Ted, because
Yeah.
Your hands look a bit ill. I wasn't going to mention it, but
yeah.
I thought you might have been unwell.
It's because it was set up for a different live stream.
a different live stream, I get it. Live streaming with your other mates.
Steve says he's not stealing. He ordered them correctly through stores. They just never use them in work. That's fair enough. Ted, have you been painting your nails again? Says Spruglu. Oh, that looks better.
Oh,
All
yes.
of a sudden, it just came back to normal. Did you click the automatic button?
Yeah, I just got my settings up and put everything back to default, and it came back again. So.
Spid's asking you if that's a moist palette, Ted.
Yes, I do have a moist palette here. I've been working on it. You see, it's full of colours from painting the figure.
Fox is saying he can't believe it took him 3 years to realise Ted was left-handed. I really can't either. The first time I saw Ted paint something, I thought, oh, he's left-handed.
Yeah. So let's see if we can see.
Yeah, but left-handedness is awesome.
Yeah, I think Ian Thompson says supporting the lefty massive. So yeah.
Yeah. Oi, I'm not massive.
You're fairly massive.
Yeah.
Just trying to get that focus. Yeah, it's too thin to take the.
There we go. Snap. There it was.
That's not bad, is it?
It's getting there.
Yeah, I'm still.
Yeah, I think the colour's about right now. I think I'll keep it that colour, and then just dry it off, and then do some washes on it, and it'll fill in all the details. Then I'll do the metal work.
Yeah, so that's the good thing is if you've got a decent amount of actual detail in the wood grain, it's a lot easier to get good results.
There's no wood grain detail, but Weatherly Enfield. Yeah, they were made of wood, but they didn't really show the wood grain. More of a difference in colours. So I might do the top of the stock a little bit darker, or certainly the underneath a little bit darker. Put some shadow in it, and then work on it. Once, as you said, once it gets the detail on it, it'll change it all again.
Mm-hmm. Fox says it's looking good, Ted, and indeed we all think that. Speed says it's a very impressive looking Lee Enfield, Ted.
Yep, it will be.
He wasn't even here earlier, so you can obviously tell what it is from what you've done.
Yeah.
So
Oh, well, that's all right then. It's like when
Yes.
it's like when you start and take a picture of your model, isn't it, with the camera, and it wants to identify. It wants you to tag who it is.
yeah,
Yeah, that's when you know you've painted a face that actually works.
yeah. And if
Assuming
it
you're
actually
the fact,
identifies it as the correct person, that's even scarier.
I can use his eyes to unlock my phone now.
Only if you hold the phone up to one side. If I painted them.
For some reason, because your moist palette, Ian says moist.
Moist.
I should definitely try that with old Brucey and see if it can tag him in a picture or not.
Speed says flesh tones, because obviously it does. Spruglu says probing.
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 Yeah, I can't do it well.
Probe.
What is that? Yes, it is.
Steve says, if I drink gin, I will get anaphylactic shock and die. So noted, I will not be trying to build up an immunity. How do you know?
Yeah, because if you've drunk it and you're allergic, then you're not dead.
Ian says, is it because of the juniper berries? Is there juniper berries in? I don't know.
That's the main ingredient. Yeah, that and the botanics.
Those are my juniper bushes.
Ted and Button says Colin.
Yes, 10 bonus points if anyone gets that.
Strauss is in the Enfield Rifle Club in Australia.
Mm. Yeah, well, they'll be able to vouch that there's no actual wood effect on them. In fact, I think most of them were so highly varnished that there wasn't any wood grain to come through them anyway.
Sounds like a region to me.
You'd have to put a whacker 2K clear coat on it then, wouldn't you? Showroom finish.
Right, just get my airbrush to dry this off.
Right, that's done.
Cynical Steve says, I believe so. Someone spiked a lager with some at a house party when he was a teen and it wasn't good. Luckily, he had an EpiPen for his wasp sting allergy.
So you're allergic to everything then, Steve?
It doesn't sound like fun. No.
Yeah, obviously, judging by his photograph, he's not allergic to lager.
Without actually looking at the photograph, that could come across as just really hard. My level of cruelty, that.
Reggie Modeler says, now you're going to have to put up with me on streams a lot more. Absolutely, yes. As a patron, you're welcome to come and join in any of the weeks.
Excellent.
Yeah. Chronoman Straight says he feels oddly aroused by the slowly spoken probing. Yes, I don't think we'll say it anymore then, shall we? We won't get too excited.
Yeah, well, it is after 9 o'clock now, so we can't talk about probing.
I'd prefer that he was evenly aroused rather than oddly aroused as well.
Yeah, but no, he might still be odd. Candygram says, Ted's right, there's virtually no wood grain visible on the wood furniture of the Enfield. So, yeah.
That goes there.
I was going to say, is that Ted doing airbrushing?
It is, because he said he was going to.
And then all of a sudden, it kicked in, and he's muted himself again. Is he going to remember to unmute himself when he's finished?
If he does remember, can we pretend that he hasn't remembered?
Well, I can click the mute button, so even if he does remember, it'll still be muted.
I just press the mute button on the microphone rather than the screen.
Yeah, but I've got a mute button there I can press, you see, that mutes you, overrides your mute button on your microphone. You can answer, but we won't hear you, so...
I'm sitting there thinking, I wish I had one of those for Lewis.
I've got one of those for you. Oh, not me. I've got one of them for me as well, but I have to press it, so... Ha! Have you finished yet, Nat?
I wish. No.
It's bigger than it was earlier.
Well, I've got to do like seven sets of 9 rows.
How many rows is that then?
3.
That's 3 rows.
That's 3 sets.
Oh, 3 sets.
Of 8 rows. There's still a long way to go yet.
So you got nearly halfway.
Yeah.
How you getting there?
It's all right. It'll be done in no time. We expect pictures to be appearing in the gross group when you're finished,
What's
or
it
even
called?
halfway. We're not happy for anything. So it's fine. Put pictures up of whatever, whenever.
Yeah, we want a picture of a hedgehog encased in one.
Yes, lesson learned from last time, Chris. Pictures will be going on.
Steve says, I'm allergic to many things: gin, wasp and bee stings, red food colouring, penicillin, and any washing powder that's non-bio. Is the red food colouring the thing that's made from beetles?
Yes. Well, some of them are.
Well, I know they used to be or whatever, but
Yeah.
might not be anymore. But that might be the thing. It might be that you're allergic to bees and wasps and beetles.
Yeah.
Spid says, knitting with Kanat.
I can't
I'll
bet.
pass this out.
I'd quite like to ban him for that, but
No, well, you can't anyway, so...
Was he a oh.
Oh, Steve's also caffeine intolerant. I'm quite intolerant sometimes as well, so... Yeah.
No, you're not.
Reggie Modeler says, Nat, you still do more work than Fox.
Chris, you put up with me for Christ knows how long. I mean, jeez.
Yeah, I'm intolerant on the inside.
No, you're not.
Ian is asking, Fox, will there be another Friday session? I almost died laughing from all the Arnie shtick. Fox is having some internet troubles at the moment, so I'm not sure his streaming's happening quite yet.
Yeah, I don't imagine we'll be doing one this weekend.
At some point, he'll be doing something somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do another modcast before long. Don't you worry, guys.
And Spid says, Steve suddenly has my sympathy. Caffeine intolerance, ouch. Yeah, that would be like a death sentence for Spid. No coffee.
Yeah, I'd feel quite sorry for him. But... Does anyone know where the Beast Brew's gone? Can't find it.
It's not that one that's on the bench there, is
Oh, no,
it?
here it is. Got it.
Where is it?
It was over there. Here it is.
Oh, yeah. Is that a big pile of stash over on your right?
On my right. That stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Stuff I haven't put away.
And is that a bust you're halfway through painting?
That one.
Yeah.
No, it's finished.
That's finished, is it?
Yeah.
Why is it not on display properly?
Because I haven't bothered putting it anywhere. I can't get it in. Hang on. I can't get it into...
So only did to look like a bust rather than a bust.
Well, yeah, it was for a contest on Instagram where I had to do something that looked like an old weathered statue.
Ah, right.
So I did that. It's also got a big bird poo on it because,
Because it's an old statue.
Exactly. And
I understand that.
I have standards to maintain. They include being very childish.
Fox says that there will be more modcasts for sure, but like Chris says, my broadband is a bit arsey at the moment. Yeah. Dad's asking why Paul has a stash. He says, yeah, of course he does. Everyone has a stash. Ted's got a stash.
Yeah, even I've got a stash now. It's just sort of developed. I didn't go out with the intention of getting a stash. It just happened.
Yeah. It's like osmosis. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I've got a stash.
Fox misread what Steve said. He said he read it as coupled with the hentai and type 2 diabetes. That was a whole different meaning. Yeah, we won't go into that. That's just more the fault of the reader than the writer.
Oh, I'm glad you read that out.
Steve expects nothing less from Fox. Neither do us.
He expects hentai and type 2 diabetes. Bit much.
Yeah.
So that goes there.
Are you confused with all the 7 bits you got to glue together?
Yeah, it's weird doing proper kits again after Games Workshop and busts for ages. But I thought I'd get out of those
Raging has a
habits for
small
bit.
stash. Currently, mostly the Judge Dredd minis by Warlord, which are a bloody lovely cast resin, he says. We
Talking
need
of,
pictures. Pictures of it before and after painting would be nice as well. Then we can see what you've done to it and how much better it looks.
and yeah, talking of Warlord and other games proprietors, Goblin Games have reopened their website
Mhm.
for all your Goblin gaming needs.
Yeah, I haven't got a link to it. Fox will have
No,
to
me neither.
provide a link for it, but yeah. Strauss has got a stash of over 25 short stories written by me. Not by me,
By you?
by him.
Oh.
Obviously, not me.
Because-
Not me.
I've got a stash of short stories written by one of our friends, though, Chris.
Yes, I'm going to say, but there is a book available on Amazon written by one of our friends who's
Yeah.
self-published himself through Amazon. So I can't remember what it's
That'll
called.
give you a clue as to how good it is.
What's it called?
I can't remember. Hang on.
Well, you can't pimp it and then not tell people what it is.
I don't even know where my bloody copy of it is.
That's really, really terrible pimping. That's rubbish.
I know.
I'll find it. I've got the electronic version of it.
Yeah, me. I'm looking for mine as well.
It is called Lance's Miscellany.
Miscellany, Christopher.
It disappeared. It scanned to a page of the book as I was reading it. I couldn't tell. It's by Lance Christopher, not Christopher Lance. It's different.
So please all buy that. And give it a 5-star review, even if you think it's trash, because it'll be a good laugh.
Fox says Goblin Gaming for all your tabletop needs. 20% off Games Workshop, Conflict 47, and Malifaux. I don't know that one, so yes.
Yeah.
And then he says https://www.gaming. I'm not going to read it out.
That
it's
looks
not
awfully like
one of
an
these
affiliate
easy
link
links,
or
it's,
clicking in
you
someone
know.
else's chat.
goblingaming.co.uk/?, tap_A equals 18936 minus 14583 C ampersand tap_S equals 543111 minus 2B 9160.
For all your model making needs.
No, that's emodels, emodels.co.uk.
Emodels. Emodels.co.uk.
Oh, he's woken up.
That woke Ted up.
So yeah, sorry, I'm just googling Lee Enfield rifles to find out the right colours. Look,
At least he wasn't googling the entire time to do diabetes.
Oh dear. And Fox also says, if you use that link, it helps support me.
Oh dear. Oh, I'm not even sorry.
No,
It's
no.
Fox's fault. Oh.
Emodels. Emodels.mug.uk.gov, says Fox.
Emodels.
I think-
Oh, where's Reynolds when you need him?
You got an emodels mug, Gov?
Go on,
No, it's
Emodels.
different. An emodels mug, an emodels mug, an emodels mug,
An Emodels mug.
emodels mug. Right.
Buy the real thing for
I
me.
thought you were happy with your paint colour. Well, you don't go changing it.
Yeah, I'm happy with the paint colour now. I'm just wanting to see where all the brass work went, the metal work went, and I had got it right. Yeah,
What's the blob on the end of it? Is it?
that's his hand.
Ah, okay. I
Yeah.
couldn't place it.
Yeah, it will go in there, so it'll be holding it.
Right. Okay.
There's still a bayonet to go on it yet. They do like it up, Mr. Manring. Sure.
Fox is predicting your next Google search, Ted.
Yeah, it's when it starts appearing on your Amazon wish list that
He says 10 to 1 odds that you do search for it after the show. I'm not entering in any wagering situation like that at all. And he says there was a beard, but I don't get that bit.
Where? Here?
Was it that one? I'm not going to put that full screen because that's scary.
Yeah, that's just freaky.
That was more than a beard. Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it is getting quite big. The old beardy.
Yeah, we saw a picture of it earlier, and it looked like his head was on upside down. It's really strange.
Latest measurement of beard length is about 1.5 inches.
Face animals. Don't
Yeah.
give him ideas. He might plait it into legs or something.
Yeah, it's not quite long enough to plait.
I get worried when you say that because it sounds like you're getting closer. Oh, nearly. Oh, I'm just not able
Well,
to quite.
you know, when it's this long, you do kind of find yourself when you're sort of thinking, doing the old strokey beard, and then you think, actually, it's quite. I can get a firm grip on that.
I know that's enough. No, let me mute. No, I don't want to know what you can get a firm grip on. No, just no. We have a lady present. Well, we've got Nat in the room, so
Yeah.
She's used to Lewis. I think she can cope with that. Not that I'm
dear.
impugning your wonderful husband much.
No, carry on, Paul. Carry on.
Yeah, nothing I wouldn't say to his face.
I assume Lewis will probably watch this back at some point. I don't know. Does he watch back the show that he doesn't watch, or
Doesn't usually.
I don't blame him.
how can you subtly tell him to? Because he won't be
Yeah, he
expecting
will,
to see
he
you
will.
on it.
I have no idea. I am working on that one.
You could just leave it playing in the background.
Yeah.
Put it on a loop.
Oh, I'm just gonna watch Thursday stream when he gets back on Saturday. Watch this.
Oh,
Next, if I tell him, he will not believe me. He'll call me. Yeah, you wouldn't have the guts to go on this night. It's like, okay.
look, she's even full screen. You know. That's...
Oh no, that is scary.
Yeah, it's famous now. One of us.
Jamie says, I think Nat needs an E-Models mug. An E-Models mug, an E-Models mug. Yeah. She's run away now. Look, he scared her off.
Yeah. That is what I literally just glanced back up and there was suddenly an empty chair.
I think
Got two of
Nat
them.
doesn't need an E-Models mug. She's got two.
That's good, one each. To be fair, my models mug is what holds all my clippers and
Yeah, I've got an old really grotty version 1 mug that I use to hold clips on pegs, and one that's got a broken handle that I use for drinking. Yeah. We were waiting on version 3 mugs, but then the world caught fire, so I think that sort of got put to the back burners.
Yeah, just a bit.
well, I mean, you may use an E-Models mug to hold your thing, but I put my clippers in that.
Oh, right. Mr. Strong.
Yeah.
Oh.
Colin's saying that he must do the audio books for you, Paul.
Yeah, you've got that. They'd make an absolute mint, Cole. Everyone would buy those. Although I am justifying having a beard like this as that I'm working on a Hagrid cosplay.
Yeah, I think Fesh could be good doing an audio, imagine roundabout audio book. Boring.
Yeah.
Time for bed.
Time for bed, you muppet.
Steve tells you that you should tell him there's a giveaway and he needs to watch it.
I'll just tell him there's a mysterious new woman on the cams who'll soon be straight on it like a rat drain pipe.
Yeah. Osric's E-Models mug holds coffee.
Oh no, I'm posh when it comes to coffee. It's got to be mocha. I can't have normal coffee. Yeah.
Well, you be careful. Spid will be.
Coffee flavour hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Right, well, it's coming up time, so I'm going to start kicking people out, and then I'll wrap up and finish off. So,
Oh, what am I going to do with the rest of the evening now? I've set about.
but you can still carry. You can start your own live stream. You can start your own live stream live in 10 minutes on Ted's channel. Go and watch Ted finish painting his wood. He's got his weapon out and he's painting it different colours on the live on screen.
I'll be polishing it shortly, and then.
There you go. Yeah, so you should do that, Ted. Seriously, you start a live stream in 10 minutes. We come and watch. We've got 32 people watching this at the moment, so 10 of them are coming and watch it. That'd be all right. Make sure you like and subscribe to Skipper Ted's channel because you never know when he's going to go live. It might happen. It's a little bit scary, but sometimes it happens. Right, I shall remove you on the order from which you're on my screen here. So, Paul, thank you for joining me.
That's all right, Mr. Christopher.
I shall see you at some point, no doubt, between now and then, a couple of days. We'll get together and play some more.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Miss you. Love you.
Bye, Paul.
See you, Nat. See you, Ted.
Bye now.
Right. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I made him full screen. I didn't make him go.
Yeah,
He's still there.
still
Look,
there.
he's still there.
Nice
But now
thing
get rid
now.
of him. Is it a little bit off to the side? I've got to click to make him disappear instead of there to do that.
I
So,
didn't get up and start like.
bye, Paul.
Bye.
Right. Next up is Nat. So thank you for joining us. Welcome to your debut on television.
Thank you very much. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you
Thank
now.
you very much, Chris. Bye.
And Tedward McSkipperton. Thank you very much, Ted, for joining in.
No problem.
We'll see you soon. If you do start a stream, let us all know and we'll come and watch. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be tonight. I had too much setting up. I've forgotten how.
Well, you already set up. It's there. Look, you've got the camera on and everything.
Yeah, but I've got to do all that thing through OBS and
Just press the button and it'll be all right. It's fine. Or not.
all that.
Anytime.
See
It's
you
nice to
later.
have you, and we'll see you sometime again.
Bye.
Bye. And then it's just me again. Right. It is Thursday night, as ever. So tomorrow is Friday. I've got to keep these days, working out what day's what, because I get confused now. I'm not going out to work and having days off and things. It's very, very strange. Tomorrow is Friday. So at lunchtime tomorrow, I shall be doing the Lego-like thing that Dad very kindly sent me. Join me for that. Building a Lego space shuttle. Saturday, I'm not planning on anything. Sort of day off and, might do some building stuff. I've got to deal with the building of the thing at some point. So I've got to build and edit that and get that up at the weekend, hopefully. Keep an eye out for that. Sunday is the streaming day, as ever. There's nobody else in here, so I can get rid of that. Sunday is the streaming day, as ever. Colin and Dave at 12:30 doing their Sunday brunch. Fox may or may not be around on Sunday at 3 o'clock. Or someone else like Ted. Ted might jump in and take Fox's slot on Sunday at 3 o'clock. He might not, but he might. So keep an eye on that. I shall be around as ever on Sunday night at 8 doing the Warhamster thing over there, which you can't see because it's behind the poster, but it's there, trust me. Monday is back to eModels, so 9 o'clock on the eModels channel, me, Ted, Fox and Colin. The four of us will be there doing whatever it is we do, not just hang around and chat to each other and join in the chat and stuff, talk about old TV shows and food. And possibly a little bit of modelling. Tuesday lunchtime, again, I'm not at work, so I shall be starting another Lego build, or doing another Lego build. I've got a car. I've got a Lego car to build. I've got a couple of them. I don't know which one I'm going to do first. But one of them shall be done on Tuesday lunchtime. Then Wednesday, we're back to the wood, which you've just seen the picture of. It's there, look. That's the size of it. So yes, on Wednesday, Wooden Wednesday, I shall be doing that. And then Thursday, we're back again for here. More of the same again. The same people, different people, any people. We don't know who's going to join in. I never do. That's what keeps it interesting and fun. But hopefully somebody will, because otherwise it's just me. And that's a week. That's the week in me. Gross Models week ahead. Thank you for joining me this evening. It's been a pleasure. It's been nice to have you all in chat. And, we've been having fun and chatting, hanging out and stuff. So, thank you very much. I shall just have a look through the chat and see what's been going on. Cynical Steve says, one of my models mugs has brushes in, the other has files, scissors, emery boards, and the like. Yes, I've got one for tools and one for drinking. But there you go. Fox says, thanks guys, take care everyone. Stay safe, wash your damn hands. Candygram says, so long, thanks for all the live stream. Eric's here, got to say an evening all. Good evening and goodbye. Yep, good timing as ever. Swigging Pig says, night all. Night gang properly cheered me up, Steve. It was all sad because his nippers broke. No, I think he's all right now. Edward says night. Ian says night. Dad says night. Strauss says night. Spid says night. Shane says night. Take care. Nat says night with a typing words, not a mouth words, but it's all right. Andrew says bye. Equalboot says bye. Philip Prime says bye. Cynical Steve isn't sure seeing Teddy and Fox's slightly suitable viewage. Yeah, but it get views. It's all good. Paul says Chris and his Mighty Wood. It's there on the bench. I'll leave it there overnight. Night All says Quano Man. Festa says laughing at Ted. And Raging Modeler says, later dude, thanks for the stream. Thank you all for joining me, and I shall see you tomorrow for some Lego type thing. And after that, we'll see you for other things throughout the week. So thank you all. Good night, wash your hands, stay safe. Bye bye.